Have you ever seen someone your age walk up a flight of stairs without stopping or effortlessly rise from the floor and thought, how are they still able to do that at over 70? Here's the truth. Most people can't. But if you can, you're not just active, you're quietly defying time. In this video, you'll uncover 6 powerful physical and cognitive signs that you're resisting the aging process and how to protect these rare abilities before they slowly slip away. Stick around until the end. The final sign is a hidden gem. Most doctors never mention, but it may be your strongest clue to aging well. Let's start with a simple motion. Rising from a chair without using your hands. Most people don't even notice when this begins to change. Maybe it's a gentle push off the armrest, a quick lean on the table, just a bit of help to get upright. But that subtle shift, it's often the first quiet sign your strength is beginning to fade, and you might not even realize it. Now here's the amazing part. If you can still rise from a chair with your hands free, smoothly, steadily, letting your legs take control, you're not just able, you're rare. In fact, you're aging in reverse. Why? Because this single motion calls on your thighs, glutes, core, spine, and balance all at once. It's not just a movement, it's a full-body systems test. Research in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy shows that the ability to perform the sit-to-stand motion unassisted is one of the strongest predictors of future mobility, independence, and even lifespan in older adults. Let me tell you about Helen. At 74, she noticed she was leaning forward and pushing herself upright each time she stood. I thought it was just stiffness, she said. But it wasn't. It was strength, quietly slipping away. Then one morning she nearly toppled backward, trying to rise without help. That moment changed everything. Helen committed to just 10 minutes a day, leg lifts, chair squats, light core work. At first, she needed help. But within a few weeks, she stood up on her own, hands free, for the first time in months. And she cried, not from pain, but from the rush of power returning. So here's your first test. Sit in a normal chair. Cross your arms over your chest. Now stand up, no hands. If that felt easy, realize this. That's not typical, that's exceptional. That's your body declaring, I'm still strong, I've still got it. You're holding on to something. Most people lose quietly. Practical strength, confidence, autonomy. And if it wasn't easy, don't worry. Strength can return faster than you think. Now let's move on to the second sign. And this one's all about speed. Can you walk briskly, say 20 feet, as if you're late, without gasping for air or losing your stride? You might not think much about walking speed, but it's more than a habit. It's a silent indicator of how well your entire body, and especially your heart, is holding up. In fact, many doctors now call it the 6th vital sign. Studies in JAMA show that walking pace directly correlates with longevity. The faster you walk, especially past 70, the more likely your systems are functioning at a high level. Let's break it down. Walking at a brisk pace requires strong legs for push-off, stable balance for control, healthy lungs for oxygen, and a heart that keeps up without strain. If even one system falters, you'll slow down, feel unstable, or search for a place to sit. That's exactly what happened to Frank. At 78, he considered himself active, but he began skipping walks. The trip to the store felt longer. One afternoon, just circling the block left him breathless. He had to rest against a lamppost, but Frank didn't quit. He started a routine, mailbox to yard, yard to park. Within weeks, his stride returned. And when it did, he said it felt like reclaiming 10 years of life. Because walking isn't just moving, it's proving your body still has stamina, coordination, and strength. So if your steps still carry urgency and purpose, you're not just mobile. You're challenging the rules of aging. Next, let's test something even more basic. You won't need strength, just stability. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds? Sounds like a childhood game, right? Stand tall, lift one leg, count to 10, but don't underestimate it. This challenge is one of the clearest indicators of long-term health and independence. Why? Because balance isn't just balance. It's a symphony of coordination between your joints, muscles, eyes, ears, and most critically, your brain. If even one of those weakens balance, is the first to go. A study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that adults unable to balance on one foot for 10 seconds had double the risk of serious health issues, including early death, within the next 10 years. So here's your test. Stand near a counter, lift one foot just a few inches, and try holding it for 10 seconds. No wobbling, no support. If you can, you're showing elite neuromuscular coordination, something many lose quietly by their late 60s. Let me introduce Ruth. At 76, she realized she'd started bracing herself against the bathroom sink while brushing her teeth. She didn't think much of it until one morning she lifted a foot and nearly fell. That scared her. But she didn't panic. She practiced. Every morning while brushing, she'd lift one foot, first with support, then solo. Within 2 weeks, she didn't need help anymore. She walked with more confidence, showered without clinging to walls. And one afternoon, when she tripped on a rug, she caught herself before she fell. Ruth didn't just improve balance, she took back control. Because falls are the leading cause of fatal injury in older adults. But good balance doesn't just prevent them, it helps you recover when they happen. So if you can stand steady on one leg for 10 seconds, that's not just balance. That's reflexes, posture, and brain power working in harmony. That's rare, and it means your body still trusts itself. You should too. Let's move on. Can you get down to the floor and back up again without assistance? If so, you're in a powerful minority. For many over 70, the floor becomes something to avoid, not because they don't want to be down there, but because they're unsure they can return to standing. But here's the truth. If you can lower yourself to the floor and rise without grabbing furniture or calling for help, your body is performing at an elite level. The floor rise test is one of the most trusted global measures of functional health. It checks how your joints, muscles, balance, and nervous system work as one unit. Why does it matter? Because the inability to rise from the floor is strongly linked to future mobility issues, hospitalization risk, and falls. Take Martin. At 79, he felt young at heart, sharp mind, great humor. But one day, his great-granddaughter invited him to play blocks on the floor. He hesitated. Not because he didn't want to, but because he feared he wouldn't get back up. That hesitation shook him, so he got to work. Each morning, he practiced kneeling, then slowly standing. He added squats, core work, wall push-ups. 3 weeks later, he sat cross-legged and rose without help. And when he played blocks again, he didn't just get up easily. He laughed. Martin didn't just regain strength. He reclaimed freedom. Now let's talk about something that seems small, but isn't. Can you carry a full grocery bag without strain? It might seem simple. A few items, maybe a carton of milk. But if you've ever paused halfway to the car, switched, hands or felt your arms tremble, you know it's not just groceries. It's a full-body strength test in disguise. Grip strength, shoulder support, core stability. All of them are tested in that short walk. In fact, The Lancet published a study showing grip strength is a better predictor of early death than blood, pressure, BMI, or even age itself. Why? Because grip strength reflects the health of your whole system. Meet Raymond. At 81, he prided himself on hauling every bag in one trip. But eventually they felt heavier. His hands ached. One day, halfway up the porch, he had to stop. "I felt weak," he said, and he hadn't felt weak in decades. So he trained. He squeezed rubber balls, lifted light weights, did wall push-ups. Weeks later, he carried bags with ease again, and, more importantly, he felt like himself. So next time you're at the store, try it. Lift the bag. Walk upstairs. If you can do that without strain, your body's saying, "I've still got strength left." Now a more intense test. Can you climb a full set of stairs without stopping? If yes, that's one of the strongest signs. Your heart and lungs are still youthful. Because stairs don't lie. Step after step, your body asks, "Can I keep up?" Climbing stairs demands total body coordination, leg power, core engagement, balance, and especially cardio strength. It works against gravity, and your body must overcome that resistance in real time. Let's meet Clara. At 77, a minor fall left her avoiding stairs. She took elevators, avoided upper floors, even skipped her son's upstairs guest room. But one evening, at her daughter's, she had to climb 12 steps to reach the restroom. By step 6, she was breathless, shaken, vulnerable. So she started. Small, 3 steps, then 5. She practiced breathing, gentle cardio. 4 weeks later, she climbed that same flight smiling all the way. Her doctor told her it was like passing a full-body exam. A circulation, heart failure study confirms it. Older adults who can continuously climb stairs have significantly lower risk of heart failure and early death. So try this. Climb 10-12 steps. No rail, no pause. Balanced at the top. If you can, you're outperforming the majority of your peers and reversing aging in a way no blood test can detect. And now, the final, and perhaps most powerful, sign. It's not physical, it's mental. Can. You clearly recall recent conversations, events, or details. If so, you're displaying a rare strength, cognitive sharpness.